Hello. Excuse me if I look a little rough. I have not showered or anything really, to be honest. But I have been up for a while. I have been meditating, I have been contemplating all this. But we hit a snag in the road. We hit a bump in the road. And I was gonna vent. I was just gonna vent and be upset about my circumstances. But I decided to deconstruct, because originally I was gonna vent about Christianity and, like, you know, the beliefs that they hold and whatnot, and how silly and arbitrary they are. A thing that people don't understand is that belief is truly the foundation of our reality. What you believe is what you experience. And so, by that logic, it makes sense that the main pillar of Christianity is, like, belief, is that you have to believe. Now, it depends on who you go to. Like, not everyone is going to say this, but generally, the biggest thing is belief. Like, belief that Jesus died on the cross, belief that Jesus is your savior, belief that, you know, yada, yada, yada. And I don't know why this resonates with people so much. Maybe it's because of the laziness, because, like, it doesn't take much to believe in something. But you know what does take a lot of effort? Compassion. You know what takes a lot of effort? Forgiveness. You know what takes a lot of fucking effort? Being kind to people who are not kind to you. And the fact that the biggest tenet of this fucking religion, the biggest religion in the world is belief, is ludicrous. Because to me, that just screams, like, cult. Like, all you have to do is believe. Because, like, once again, your belief is your foundation for your reality. What you believe is what you experience. Whether or not it's, like, objectively true is another thing, but what you believe is what you experience. This is what paranoia is so dangerous, because when you believe that the government is out for you, when you believe that people are out to get you, your reality is going to mirror that. Your reality is going to say there are people out to get you. Whether or not that's true is another thing, but what you believe is what you experience. I really hope that the audio is okay with this, but it's starting to get cold, and I'm starting to think a lot about the homeless, and a lot about people who don't have shelter, and it just really grinds my gears that we live in a country that literally prides itself on its values and its good standing or whatever. But literally, homelessness is such a problem. It's, like, such an issue. And, like, I know me making this video is not necessarily helping. I know me making this video is not necessarily the solution. But, I don't know, it's just something that we should think about more. Like, I guess a more productive action would be to, like, I don't know, write the president or, like, write the representatives or whatever. But this is one way that I use my voice, and this is one way that I know to help. And so I'm just putting it in your mind, if it isn't already, that you should just be kind, especially to homeless people, because even if, like, they put themselves in that situation, I don't feel like anyone deserves to be in that situation. Nobody deserves to, like, not have a comfortable place to live. And if you feel otherwise, you can, like, deuces. But, like, I'm about human rights. I'm about life rights. You know, like, living creatures do not deserve to, you know, like, suffering is not a part of the agenda. Suffering is not a part of why we came here or what we're doing here. Like, and there's a whole lot of philosophy that we can talk about when it comes around, like, why we're here and, like, what we're doing here. But, like, on the surface, I do not think we need to be suffering if we don't have to be. And so many people have the means to help others and just don't. And I guess it's how you do accumulate wealth for yourself. But like, there's a disconnect. We can't be holier than thou, but like living up in a penthouse or a mansion watching as homeless people just die. You know, like it's asinine. There are people worse off than me, and that's not like necessarily to be like, oh well, my situation isn't valid, because like just because there are other people going through shit doesn't mean that your shit isn't valid. But this was supposed to be shorter than it is, so I'm just gonna bye. I mean, some people call it karma. I like how I strayed from that belief thing. But like, it just irritates me. Like I was thinking about this and I got so mad, because how can you genuinely follow a religion that preaches so many good things? Like there are some really good tenets of Christianity, but your main takeaway is that you just have to believe. You just have to trust. You just have to trust. Like that is a big factor. You should trust in the universe. But that's not all that there is. Like, what? No. It's me, the editor. So, as I was editing, I realized that there is like a thing that is said, faith without action is something. Essentially, the idea is that like you need faith plus action, not just faith. And not just action also, which if we're gonna go into the more esoteric route, that is talking about what is it, like if we're talking about magic, it's talking about intention without action. It's talking about intention without actually putting physical effort towards it. If we were to go the more esoteric, the more magical route, but in regards to Christianity, but we're not even going to get into the whole Christianity is magic. Like a lot of the things that they do is magic. Like praying is magic. Like wishing for certain things to happen is magic. But we're not here to talk about that. Not today. That's a thing. That's another video. Bye. Honestly, what sucks even more that people believe this is that they're taught to believe this. Like this isn't even something that most people come up with, like that they come to on their own. Like literally because like I was born in like X place by X people in X religion. So by default, I just have these beliefs and I just have these thoughts. And I think that is the worst thing. Like I genuinely, like I've said this jokingly and seriously so many times, but I genuinely feel like there should be some sort of like emotional intelligence, general intelligence quiz for people who have children before they have children. Obviously, not everyone has children on purpose, but that's where I'm at. Because like some of the people who have children are terrible. Hey, it's me, the editor. So I realized, I mean, I already knew this, but I didn't say it, but like really manipulative, like sociopathic people could definitely fool that. But anyways. Jesus was anti-consumerism. Jesus was anti-capitalism. He would not be in favor of, like, according to the image that we produce for him, he would not be into this whole holiday shebang. He would not be into this consumerism type mentality. He would not be, no, like, and I feel like people know that at the core, but don't care. You know, there's such a disconnect, I feel, with Christians and Christianity and like the world at large, because there are some really good teachings in that book and in general Christianity, but like if you're not applying it to your everyday life, then what's the point? If you're not genuinely attached to it, then what's the point? If all you care about is what's happening to you in the afterlife, I'm sorry, but you're selfish. A lot of Christians have this mentality of good versus bad, and because of that, they would prefer that people like Hitler go to hell, you know. But a lot of people don't realize Hitler was very Christian. Like in all of his speeches, he was very Christian. He like very much so advocated for Christianity. So by the logic of all you need to do is believe, Hitler would not be going to hell. He would not. Yeah, assuming that there is a hell and a heaven, he would not be going to hell. And like you can sit with that for a moment, but like that's the logic of your belief. Like as long as I forgive, or as long as I ask for forgiveness at the end of the day, I'm okay. And that's so toxic. Like, yes, we all deserve redemption, we all deserve forgiveness, but like also the concept of hell, eternal damnation. Can we just sit with that for a minute? Can we just, how fucked up is that? You really think that someone deserves to be tortured for eternity? Living in a world where no one's innocent, but at least we try. This is my favorite line from that song. Living in a world where no one is innocent. No one is truly innocent. And if you feel like anybody deserves to go to hell, it should be you. Because you thought up the idea of hell. You think that hell is an ideal place for somebody to go. Like, rewind, that was a little harsh. You are not perfect. You are not perfect by any means. I said I wasn't gonna rant, and I didn't necessarily rant. I didn't rant about exactly what I was upset about, just like adjacent from what I was upset about. Because I'm upset at some people. Okay, I'm upset at people. I'm also upset at this lighting, because this lighting is really... I don't fuck with Christianity. I don't fuck with a major religion at all, because, like, brainwashed, like, and then they don't even know. Like, it would be better if they were more self-aware. Like, at least be a self-aware brainwashed individual. Like, I knew one person in high school. She was a Christian, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna go in there. We're not going there. I'm gonna delete this part. But yeah, like, people are so fucking selfish, and it really sucks that a lot of times it's the Christian people. Like, my boss is a Christian. Bless her heart. I'm not like bad mouthing her at all, but I just don't understand. You know what would also make Christianity better? If they meditated. If they took the time to meditate, because that is how you connect with source. That is how you connect with the divine. But you really have to like take the time to be silent and just listen. Because like with any relationship, you don't just talk. You don't just ask. Like, you don't just go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, can you give me that?" Like, no. Like, you have a conversation, you talk, and you have a back and forth. And the meditation is the listening. And I feel like partially on some level they demonize meditation because the higher ups know that that is how you communicate, and they don't want people to understand. They don't want people, they want to be able to delegate, and it's so sucky. Either that or they just don't know. They just don't know better. Western society is disgusting. The fact that meditation is not normalized here is disgusting. The fact that people roll their eyes at meditation and yoga and shit like that is so disgusting. Because one, these are productive ways to spend your time. Two, is talking to God. And also, can we just talk about witchcraft for a minute? Because there are so many things that people participate with witchcraft and don't even understand it, but at the same time, they demonize it in the same... Not gonna lie, I want to do a whole video when I get a chance on spells. manifestations, like the things that I've been able to accomplish, and the things that I've learned, and all that good stuff. Probably won't be for a while because I do have multiple videos that I'm working on, multiple videos that I'm trying to get out. So if you don't see that for a while, oops. But honestly, I don't really have anything else to say. Like, I feel like I could talk for hours about this, but I don't want to make this a too long video. I already shortened it enough. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you got this far, you're appreciated, you're awesome, you're wonderful, and hope you stay that way. All right, bye.